The Victorian government says that we want to be, carbon neutral by 2050. We have to get gas out of 350 Victorian homes every single working day from now to 2050. Where's the plan for that? Australians are wasting billions of dollars every year burning gas in their homes, and they're wasting it because there are now cheaper options. Really what we need to be doing is getting homes off gas and just using electrically driven heat pumps for heating water and heating living spaces. Right, you're burning gas when you could be using a reverse cycle air conditioner a third the cost. I mean, you go down to the shops and you got the milk there, say there was milk for $2 or $6, which one would you buy? How quickly would the $6 crowd go out of business? So what do you want in an aquatic sensor? You want to heat the water, but you want to cool the air, like on a hot summer day. And heat pumps are perfect to that. They can actually suck heat out of the air and put it in the pool. It's like magic, and it's like almost free. There are heat pumps now that can go right up to generating steam. So that's 100 degrees Celsius. You can get to those temperatures with heat pumps now, starting with just heat that was in the air. But on the industrial scene, there's often places where you can find heat that's even more valuable than the heat that's in our air. So the only place where gas can possibly look clean is when it's standing next to coal when it's used for electricity generation. But even there's every chance that gas is actually dirtier than coal. So the gas industry is getting away with a lot of emissions, and we're seeing this now. There are now satellites circling the globe, and they are just identifying how filthy the oil and gas industry is when it comes to methane, and they're just adding up the numbers, and it's just horrendous. I mean, a lot of gas fields, it's not 3% they're releasing, it might be 5, 7, 10, 15, 30% of the methane might be being released into our atmosphere, and it's helping to destroy our climate pretty quickly. So yeah, it's a bit of a joke when gas says that it's cleaner than anything. It's probably dirtier than everything. The coal industry's done the good fight for 20 years and is kind of giving up now. And now it's the gas industry's turn. So they see their future is quite dire. But it doesn't take a lot of money in Australia to really influence politics. I mean, I think, Clive Palmer spent like $80 million last election and really swung the result of the election. So, spending a few $1 million here and there can have a really big impact and keep your $1 billion businesses going for at least another year or two, which is the period in which the top executives at the oil and gas companies can collect the next bonus. So that's really what they're focused on. If they can achieve their KPIs for the next year, then they get some quite large bonuses. It's just more climate disaster. We've already discovered and produced enough fossil fuels to cook the planet. So, why are we continuing like this? In America, where they've been going crazy with the fracking for 10 years, none of those companies have actually made any money. They're all declaring bankruptcy. So, they got cheap financing from Wall Street and off they go drilling their wells. Here's a business model that doesn't make money and destroys our climate. Fantastic stuff. Because basically gas now is too expensive to burn. We don't really want to use gas. We're currently using some, less than we've used before. And what we don't need to do, and this is according to the Australian Energy Market Operator, we do not need to be building any more gas-fired power stations or anything like that. But in industries such as food processing, dairies, etc., all they're using gas for is to heat water. And goodness me, we can do it for a lot cheaper by just using a heat pump. So how do you heat a living space with a heat pump? It's a reverse cycle air conditioner. We heat our old weatherboard house here in Melbourne with 2 reverse cycle air conditioners at a third the cost of what we used to spend on ducted gas heating. So anybody who's still stuck using gas heating for their house, when they could be using a reverse cycle air conditioner is losing money. We got people out there spending too much money, impacting their health when there's a cheaper option that may already be hanging on their wall. Getting off expensive gas and, fossil gas, it's polluting, it's climate change, just, you're going broke if you're using gas, so get off of it. That's my message for people.